Hey, this is Matthew. I'm here to debunk some expectations around meditation and let you in on what it's really like. Hey, let's just pause the video there for a second. I wanted to jump in and say the reason I'm making this video is because I had a lot of struggles and challenges early on in my meditation journey, and I wish someone had have laid out these expectations that I'm about to lay out for you for me. So I really hope they are useful to you on your journey. I've been meditating now for around 6 years, and that includes normally a daily meditation of around 25 minutes, and then a meditation every week for a few hours, every month for about a day, and then some longer retreats throughout the year. Be aware this is my experience and your experience could be different. So let's get right into it. The first expectation is that meditation is really fun and relaxing. And it's really neither of those things, but it is really rewarding. The reality is that it's often hard work and can be physically painful at times. I know if I've done more than a few meditation sits in a row, I can have quite bad pain in my knees and in my legs. That's not from doing anything wrong per se, it's just from having my body in one or two positions for a number of hours. When I tell people I'm going on a meditation retreat, often I hear people say, "Oh, that'll be so fun," or "That'll be really relaxing." This is always from people who haven't been on a meditation retreat. Relaxation can appear at times, but it's more a mental clarity or a mental stillness or a sense of peace inside or something like that that comes up rather than necessarily fun or relaxing. Certainly longer meditation retreats that are a week long, they can be relaxing at the end, but certainly they're long days, getting up at 5 a.m., going to bed late, and sitting throughout the day, definitely not relaxing. The other thing that's really common in meditation retreats is a sense of tiredness, and certainly if I'm sitting for a full day, I can be, after lunch, really tired and feel this sense of weariness, and there's nothing more I feel like doing than falling asleep. And this is pretty common for people who are doing longer meditation retreats. So yeah, not fun or relaxing. Why would I put myself through this? And the answer is because I get so much out of it. For most people, they actually have to go and do a meditation retreat to really see what I'm talking about because it's hard to put into words properly. The second misconception around meditation is that it's going to reduce your thinking or stop your thinking. That certainly is not my experience, and I know most people don't find that much at all. This idea sadly keeps a lot of people from sticking to meditation because they try it once or twice and don't see their mind quieting down and then give up. You really don't have too much control over what goes through your mind. You can't stop thinking on command. You can't think only certain thoughts on command. Meditation is more around embracing this fact as opposed to trying to fight it. And in meditation, what we tend to do is let the thoughts come and let the thoughts go, but not attach to them. My meditation teacher has said to me many, many times, just let it go, let it go. So if a thought comes up, instead of thinking, oh, this is a cool thought, I should keep thinking this, just ignore them completely. This is why having a meditation teacher can be really helpful because they've been on this journey before you and they can see that the thought that you're attaching to at one particular time is just a thought and you can let it go. This is current Matthew coming to comment on previous Matthew's comment, and previous Matthew is saying that the point of meditation is around letting go and to let it go, and that is one form of meditation that Matthew does, or I do, and in that form of meditation it's around letting go and you just kind of continually let go. But there is a totally different other form of meditation called direct effort meditation where you basically try and control your thoughts, so you try and forcefully persist through thoughts and persist through things like that. And so there's two different ways, letting go, direct effort. Just a quick note. Over the years, instead of stopping thinking, it tends to be more an experience of the attachment to particular thoughts lessening over time. So you can think of an analogy like having a TV on in another room. You can hear the TV sometimes, you know it's on, but you don't really care what's on the channel and you're not really paying any attention to it at all. That's kind of what it can be with thoughts. They're still there, they're still coming forward, but you don't really pay attention to them anymore. You can if you need to for some useful purpose, or you can just let them be there and let them go by. The third expectation around meditation is that you need to commit a huge amount of time to get any benefit. And this really isn't the case. It's certainly helpful if you can do a day or week meditation retreat, but it's not required to get benefit from meditation. While there is a correlation between the amount of time you spend meditating and the benefit you get, this isn't a direct correlation. And what's more important is consistency. So doing a small amount of practice every single day is much better than doing, say, one meditation period a week. So the best case scenario to start out with might be 5 minutes a day every day, as opposed to 40 minutes a week. In reality, if you're looking for insight-based meditation where you're looking to see the world differently or gain different perspectives, it's unlikely you're going to see those sort of benefits from doing a short daily practice. For those sort of benefits, you really do need to do those longer retreats, the week, the day, long retreats. And if that's something you can do, that's great. If not, that's okay too. The fourth expectation is that expecting that your meditation journey as a whole is going to follow some expectation you have for it. And in reality, it's very unlikely to do that. Many people have this preconceived notion that's based on a book or based on something that says, if you meditate for this long, this consistently, or do these type of retreats, you're going to get these benefits or these insights or have some linear style journey. People get different benefits at different times for different reasons. There's no set path that everyone follows. Before I started out, I had this preconceived notion of this is how my journey is going to roll out. And it didn't turn out anything like that at all. I read a lot of books and listened to a lot of podcasts and audiobooks about meditation and the way it should work. And I thought I knew everything about how it was going to work for me, and I was completely wrong around that. And one of the things that I found really valuable was when I started to work with my meditation teacher, she said to stop reading all the books, stop listening to the podcasts, and just do the actual meditation. I put down the books and I put down the podcasts, and I found that it made a massive difference for me. Doing all that reading and having all those pre-expectations actually delayed my progress in meditation quite significantly. I estimate by a few years at least, because all my thoughts and ideas clouded and got in the way of the meditation itself. The fact is, most of the time meditation is really quite ordinary and maybe even boring, you could say. Because I sit down, I do my meditation practice, and then I get up again. And that's it. It's really that simple. The next expectation is that to meditate, I need to sit in a particular pose. Maybe you've seen the yogis with their cross-legged positions, which would be called full lotus. And it's really not the case at all. You don't need any particular pose to meditate in. In saying that, many people do choose to sit on the floor and sit as comfortably as they can with their legs arranged in whatever way works for their bodies. And some people choose to sit in chairs, and some people on meditation benches. Whatever works is fine for you. The only key requirements is that you sit with your back straight and that you sit ideally with your knees below your hips, because this adds additional stability to your posture. You want a posture that is comfortable, or as comfortable as you can possibly get, but not too comfortable that you start falling asleep, which is definitely an issue, as I mentioned earlier. The final expectation is that meditation sits or meditation sessions are consistent over time. And I found them to be actually incredibly unpredictable. Every meditation session is completely different. One session I could be really concentrated, really calm, really peaceful, and then the next session I can be distracted and all over the place. And this is completely normal. What comes up, comes up. And there's no advantage to labeling one meditation sit as good and another as bad based on how focused or not focused I was. The only thing that matters is, am I putting in my full effort now? And other than that, I let go of how the result turns out, because I ultimately don't have much control over it anyway. Sometimes things just don't go the way we'd like in a meditation session. And I've certainly had ones, for example, where mosquitoes were biting me. You can be sure that at the next break I want to put on insect repellent. But for the time I was there in my session, all I could do was sit there because I decided I didn't want to get up. And so I just focus on my practice and let the mosquitoes be there. And that's really as simple as it is. So these are some things I've learned doing meditation long term, and I really hope they're helpful to you. I want to mention that I'm a meditation student and I'm not a meditation teacher. And if you do want to find a teacher that can give you advice on your personal practice, there's plenty of great teachers out there. I suggest finding someone who you connect with and who you trust to be able to get feedback from. I also wanted to mention that I'm doing a weekly email newsletter where I'm posting useful links that I find, a little bit of a story and an update on my videos. So if you'd like to be updated on what's going on for me and my videos, please subscribe to the email newsletter. There's a link in the description. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please like and subscribe, and I really appreciate you for watching.